Hey guys, so today I just wanted to make a video talking about my fully custom Hi Capa build breakdown, and then if building a custom Hi Capa is right for you. Was it worth it? What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? And that sort of thing. I'll leave the timestamp here for when we start discussing if it's worth it, but let's get into the breakdown. So this is my $877 TM Hi Capa. It started life as a 5.1 gold match, and it's got pretty much everything changed on here minus the slide catch, the beaver tail safety, the grip screws, and this frame here. So yeah, let's get into it. As I said, it started as a 5.1 gold match, and that $877 includes the price of the base gun. So that's also something to note. Oh, the sights are also stock, which the gold match has good sights on it. So, we have a Airsoft Masterpiece outer barrel. It says 45 ACP on it. That is threaded. Well, you can't really see it, but it's threaded. We have the Airsoft Masterpiece Shield slide. We have an AIP. Let me just take this out real quick. We have an AIP guide plug and guide rod here. And you're going to notice some wear here. That's because when I was building this, when I took it apart, I didn't see that there was a screw here that was countersunk. I replaced it with I kind of messed it up a little bit. So I replaced it with a round head screw instead of a countersunk screw. And so for a couple hundred rounds, it wore down on this guide plug and the slide a little bit until I replaced it with a countersunk screw again. But, so yeah, AIP guide rod and plug, which I thought this one specifically looked kind of cool with the slide. Kind of sticking with the triangular theme here. For the inner barrel, we have a Maple Leaf Crazy Jet 138 millimeter and an Autobot 60-degree hop-up bucking. We have an Airsoft Masterpiece hop-up unit, brass hop-up unit. We have an AIP reinforced nozzle, which is right here. We have AIP hammer protection pad, which is this piece in the back here, and that's supposed to reduce wear on your hammer. We have an Edge ultralight blowback unit. You can't really see it, but this blowback unit, the silver piece back here, is all skeletonized. We have an AIP 140% nozzle, hammer, and recoil spring. So that's going to be your recoil spring. Your nozzle springs are in there, and then obviously your hammer springs are actually in the grip here. What else? We have a Cow flat trigger along with Cow hammer spring kit. It allows you to adjust the strength of the hammer spring. And we have the Trident sear spring in here. We have an Airsoft Masterpiece trigger bar, which is right in here, this piece. We have an AIP mag release, and I believe this can swap sides, if I'm not mistaken. No, it cannot, my bad. But yeah, so AIP mag release, and then an Airsoft Masterpiece magwell. This is a STI DVC, I think. But so yeah, that's the build breakdown. I'll show you some shooting, just some dry fire shots here, and then I'll talk about what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Okay, so here's the trigger pull. Little bit of take up. As you can see, the trigger really is it's really short, and it is a really nice trigger, but the stock TM triggers are pretty good too. But you saw it was pretty snappy, and it did run out of gas, so you know it's pretty high performance. I did skip on a short stroke kit on it, but so let's talk about it now. So, as far as pros of building your own Hi Capa, I didn't deviate too far from how the standard gold match looks, but the first pro of this is going to be customization. So you can make these look any way you want. There's a million different parts that you can get a million different colors in, and you can truly make something that's one of one. Like I said, I kept it pretty basic here, but if you wanted to go crazy with a blue slide, a red frame, and then a green grip or some stupid stuff like that, you could. The next thing is going to be the crazy triggers. So yeah, the stock TM triggers are good, but this one's just a lot lighter and a little bit shorter, especially with the adjustable trigger on here. But it's going to take some time to tune correctly, but I really like this trigger. Best trigger I've ever felt on any airsoft gun, including other built Hi Capas. So, the accuracy and range is going to be a little better on these than a stock Hi Capa. And then longevity. So because you're switching out a lot of parts that would be plastic on the stock gun for metal, such as the slide, the outer barrel. Let me think. I don't know, what else do we have here? I think the blowback unit is metal stock, but because you're switching out some plastic parts for metal parts, they're gonna last a little bit longer, assuming you build it correctly. Or you're gonna get, like, if you do like to run gas, of course an extended mag release is gonna help you. Same thing with the flared mag well. I run HPA, but there's a lot of pros to it. However, personally, I don't think it's worth it. For $877, I should have just kept this stock and just put in upgrade parts when stuff broke. The whole reason I built this is because the OEM one, the slide kind of cracked right here and just broke off from me using HPA and running it at a higher pressure than it was meant to be run at. So $877 we're talking about here. That's a lot of money for a toy gun. If it was your only airsoft gun and, you know, you really wanted to get into the hobby, that's maybe justifiable. But just for how expensive it is, the gains really aren't that crazy. Yeah, you do gain some performance, but honestly, you're not gaining that much over a stock TM Hi Capa or any other Hi Capa for that matter. Same thing, and you also might have issues with compatibility of parts, or like I did with this screw that goes into this little grip here, straight down. I actually broke a guide rod, and I messed up my slide and my my plug a little bit. So there's also issues that can arise from that. So would I recommend building a Hi Capa, just a full custom Hi Capa, after I've already done it once? Honestly, no. Do not build a custom Hi Capa. Find one that's similar on the used market through like Hop Up or something. Be wary of scams on there though. But find one on the used market, or maybe just keep it a little more mid-tier build. Maybe just buy the gun, the the slide and maybe when you go to a metal slide, you should do a better recoil spring and a stronger hammer spring. But maybe just do a couple parts here and there, or when you break them, I wouldn't just do what I did and just build it completely. Essentially, the first time something breaks, I just built it up. I would build it, if you're going to do this, build it over time. Don't just build it all at once. It is, a fun gun. It's competitive. It's good. It runs with AEGs pretty easily at my local field. Honestly, I prefer it because you get the extra mobility from a lighter, smaller gun. But I have a million other pistols too. So, once again, just saying, if you're thinking about it, personally, I wouldn't do it again. I know there's a lot of hype behind them. A lot of different people have built Hi Capas, but really, there's nothing super special about them, to be honest. But anyway, just, making a video for you guys, maybe to learn a thing or two. But yeah, cool gun. It's fun, but definitely way overpriced. You can get a lot more for what you pay for something like this.